What's going on, everybody? My name is Derek. Welcome to my channel. Today, I want to tell another story. I've found that you guys like my stories, and I've got plenty to tell, I think. I hope I don't run out. But I want to give another story and tell another story about a time that I had on the road with my band at the time. Another road story. We'll call them road stories, I guess. So for context, if you're just kind of discovering this channel now on this video, go check out video number 17, where I give the genesis story, the story about how I started as a full-time musician in Nashville in 06. And then I have a funny story in video 18 where my band got paid $400 to play one song 4 times. So I wanted to tell you another story from the road years. This is, I think, 2016 with a band called Mackenzie's Mill. I'm sure you've heard of them through my mother's videos, because she's actually come out to see us a couple times, and I know she talks about me and has talked about me a lot. So I wouldn't be surprised if you're familiar with that name. If you're not, they're a country rock band that I played with for several years, toured all over the country. Casinos, clubs, festivals, fairs. We did Europe. We did Austria once. It was fun. Good times. My best friends. That was my ring. That just fell across my desk. Just still some of my closest friends. Not really doing anything anymore, but very close with them. As close as we can be. Now we're kind of spread out a little bit. But so I'm gonna start with the punchline, as I like to say, and then explain the story. But we had a show that got canceled because of poop. That's right. Poop totally canceled the show for us one night. So here's the story. So we are playing at a casino in Cherokee, North Carolina. I think it's Cherokee Casino, if I remember correctly. Gorgeous part of North Carolina in the mountains. Beautiful casino. Very big, beautiful casino. And we played there a bunch of times, and it's some casinos you go and you play 4 nights. So most now are 2 nights, Friday and Saturday. But this particular one was just 1 night. You only play 1 night there. So we're going there for our 1 night. I think it was either Friday or Saturday. And typically when you do a one-nighter, as they call them, then you try to book another place in the area or in the route that you're going in to make it a full weekend. So say play Cherokee, North Carolina, and then we play, let's say someplace in Georgia, just making this up, and then you go back to Nashville. A typical weekend is you do 2 one nights, Friday and Saturday night. But sometimes you only get one. So we drove from Nashville to Cherokee, North Carolina for 1 gig. So normal stuff, we get in, we check into our rooms, and then we get dressed, we get ready, and then we take our gear to the casino and we load in and we set up our gear, meaning amps and drums and our guitars. And then we do our sound check, which is where the sound person at the soundboard checks our mic levels, guitar levels, volumes, make sure everyone sounds good and everything's good to go. So we do a full sound check, and then we play 1 song. So it was check, check, 1, 2, check, check, 2, 3, check, check, check. You've all heard it. You guys have heard the sound check, stuff before, and it's annoying for anyone that's around that has to deal with that. Drummer, hit the snare for me. Pow, 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 pow. And they do that so the sound guy can get the microphone level where it needs to be. And it's annoying. And none of us like sound checks. Not us meaning band members. Annoying. But it has to be done. So then, typical will play a whole song, sometimes more than one, but it's always like we've done the check 1 2 check enough. So like, all right, let's run a song full band, and then we can take mental notes. Can I have a little less snare drum in my monitor, or tell the sound guy the changes you want to make. So we played one song. I can't remember what song it was. And we're all like, good. Great sound guy. And it was always good there. It was easy. It was an easy setup, easy sound check. One song. We're like, everyone good? We're good. You good? We're good. We're done. So we put our guitars down, and now we have a few hours to kill. So what we would normally do at this place is go eat. We would go to the buffet. We get free buffets, and killer buffet too. Just everything you could imagine. And then bounce around and just try to kill time, because our hotel is off site. And the way it worked was we'd go to the hotel first, clean up, shower, get dressed, and then go to the casino, and then we're there for the rest of the night until the show is over. Where typically you set up, sound check, then go to a room, chill for a couple hours, and then go back to work, but not for this case. So we would go to the buffet and eat. So that's exactly what we did for this show, this day. We finish eating, we come back to the stage area, and we notice something. We notice that if you're looking at the stage, and to the left of the stage, as you're looking at the stage, there's the bar, alcohol bar, a space for people to walk into around the bar, out in the bar, and then there's a door right there. You can tell the bartenders are going in there for glasses, or it's just a back kitchen. Well, coming from underneath that door is what appears to be water, like flooding out a little bit. We're like, wow, what's up with that? And the workers, the other bartenders were like, yeah, there's something going on in the kitchen. It's no big deal. It's just a little flood. Happens. Clogged drain or something. Well, the puddle keeps getting bigger and bigger. Now security is around, and you get the higher ups, the suits. Like, what's up with this? So now it's to the point where we're supposed to start playing, but they have now at this point, police tape surrounding this area, and the water's getting higher and higher, and they have these big shop vacs. They just rolled one right into the middle and just fired that thing up, trying to suck up the water, which we'll get to, as much as possible, but it just keeps going and going, and it's just getting bigger and bigger, and then it starts stinking like poop. And come to find out, the entire casino had a massive plumbing issue where all the toilets in the whole place were starting to bubble up. Everything was getting backed up everywhere in the casino. And it started coming up behind the bar in that kitchen area and just started filling the dance floor with sewer water. Straight up poop water. Nasty, stinky, brown water. Then we're like, oh my God. So we went behind the stage where we have our stuff, like guitar cases and drums cases, and just all the cases of all our stuff are back there on the floor. Well, the back room is starting to fill up with this nasty sewer water. Like, whoa. So we're moving stuff away, and we're just trying to figure all of this out. And we're wondering, are we even going to be able to play? What are we going to do? By now we're late. Now the band, we have already supposed to start, but the management and everything's like, no, we can't do this right now. We got to try to figure this out first. But we'll get to you guys. Give us a minute. We'll figure this out, and we'll start the show. Nope. It's just getting bigger and bigger. And sewer water is bubbling up all over the place in this casino. And I wish I remembered how it all started, but it certainly wasn't one clogged toilet that did that. It was a massive issue for the casino. They had to evacuate and everything. It was bad. So they didn't have to evacuate the floor. The rooms were all issues. So finally just came to the point where it's like, well, guys, I guess you guys can't play. You're still getting paid. We still got paid. It's a contract. Like, here, guys, it's not your fault that you can't play. It's not your fault that the entire sewer system of this massive casino just failed and is bubbling poop water everywhere. Not your problem. So here you go. We got paid. We loaded our stuff out, and we were gone. And that was it. We played one song in sound check. And man, I've never been paid so much to play that one song. I got more than the $400 we got to play for that one song. If you check out video 18, it was basically a very scenic drive, a nice free buffet. Got to have fun playing one song, load out, and then now we're done earlier than usual. So I'm pretty sure everyone else in the band partied. I wasn't drinking at the time, still not, but it was like a night off, like nothing to do. Back to our hotel room. Next day, drove back to Nashville. All of that work, driving and traveling, all the work that goes into this stuff for one song during sound check that was in front of nobody, because it was a sound check. I mean, if we were supposed to start our show at 8:00, this sound check's happening at like 5. I mean, no one's even buzzing yet. People are just getting started, and that's it. That's all we had to do was that one song, and it was cool. I wasn't complaining. I thought it was funny, but man, it stunk so bad in that place. Stunk so bad. And I think we went there a couple times after that, and it was always a funny story to tell, because when you play these casinos, you always circle back to them. It's like a circuit. You just, like I said in my previous video, we'd go to Minnesota and hit 3 casinos in Minnesota spanning 4 weeks. Come back and then go somewhere else and do other things. And then next thing you know, we're going to be back up in Minnesota going through those same casinos. So you make a lot of cool friends, too, in the casino world, because it's such a repeat business. You're always circling through the same casinos all year. And you just start making friends in those areas to the point where next thing you know, you're going to cookouts. They're inviting you over to the house. We've made such good friends that sometimes we'll crash at someone's house, mid-travel just to go hang out. We'll even take a detour. Like, we had some close friends in Fond du Lac, Wisconsin that we used to go see. Anytime we were in the Midwest and we had some time in between gigs, in between jobs, and it was within just a decent drive to Fond du Lac, we'd go to Fond du Lac for a couple days and sleep on couches. Because you're making friends on the road. It's not just in and out and never seeing that place again. So when we went back to Cherokee, we know the staff, and we're just, man, it's just like last time we were here, poop water canceled our show. But only time that's ever happened, much like the video 18 where I talked about the massive amounts of money we were tipped to play a song, Chain of Fools by Aretha Franklin. Both stories, that and poop water story, once in a lifetime. These are things that have only happened once in my life that are just funny, just crazy. But, well, I hope that wasn't too much of a poopy story for y'all. Sorry, I had to throw that pun in there. But thanks so much for watching. As always, check out my community board, Facebook group, Patreon page, links in description. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon.